if you do something, or is it just time?
Hmm? You walk into them.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll go into them and nothing will happen, and I have to like do it over and over. But now it's working again. Never mind.
Oh, Catherine, I went ahead and updated your sheets with
Oh.
the plutonium stuff. So you can go in and you can set if you go into your character sheet, I don't know what cantrips you have, so you'll have to put those in yourself.
Okay.
And then you'll see basically every druid spell in the game is there. And on the right, you'll see like a grayed out cog, and if you mouse over it, it'll say unprepared. So you can go ahead and prepare your spells accordingly.
I could come. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You didn't happen to do the same thing for Avery, did you?
I mean, Avery should already be
I
set
don't
up,
even think.
but I don't think. Let's see
No,
if
it's.
5e Tools has.
I inputted everything manually, so it wouldn't make much of a difference, anyways.
Yeah, there's no Blood Hunter in 5e Tools, so there wouldn't be anything like that in Plutonium.
Okay. Your mic's doing that thing again. And now it's not.
Changing that'll make it stop.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn up me for now.
Yeah.
Turn myself up a bit. Maybe like that.
I had to turn her down yesterday because of fucking summer.
Stop, fuckers.
Are you saying that we had a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just putting it on my sheet is all.
Okay. Well, is everyone red eye then?
I'm ready.
Baba Booey, I am ready.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, I'm gonna give a bit of a longer recap, since I feel like some people have forgotten a couple of important things. So yeah, on your way to the location, uh, which you had essentially an invitation for, your ship was sunk and you ended up on the bottom of the ocean in the Triton city of Wimsburg. Uh, while there, you were uh, essentially hired to go and find a missing uh, head cleric within the city, who was a drow woman. You went to the sunken ship there, the Freya, but when you got there, you found that she was seemingly doing some sort of ritual, resulting in a drider crab. You took out her and some of her acolytes, save for one who was a Triton instead of either a sea elf or a drow. Uh, you kind of learned that the Triton was sort of roped into it, but at the same time, she didn't really want word of what was happening to get out, as it would sort of create racial trust issues within the city. Uh, you agreed uh, after you sort of learned more about uh, the woman. I actually forget her name. Hold on. Ah, Priestess Brita. Uh, during your investigation, you checked out her room and even found what appeared to be a parchment of dried skin with some sort of branding tattooed into it. You made a note of it and even a drawing of it, but then destroyed it at the request of the cleric you were working with. You were then basically told that although the Triton did not know a way for you to get to the surface without getting crushed by the pressure of the ocean, uh, they did say that the Drow knew and requested that you basically inform them that the Drow priestess who had been working for them as the head priestess had unfortunately passed away uh, due to whatever reason you sort of lied about to them. Uh, you then begin traveling through the Underdark to the city of Ferronaranzan, stopping by a sort of prison outpost called Vile Deep. There, you decided to rage against the machine in order to break out a prisoner of theirs, a political assassin known as Petillent. Uh, you were successful, however, the Drow were crafty and threatened Simon's sister Ada if they did not hunt down Papillion and essentially take him out. That is what you did. You spoke with Papillion about his motivations, to which he basically said, for one, that he was kind of ancient, few hundred years old, and then also he was working under a contract which he was unwilling to break with a man known as Mr. Black. You continued your adventures in the Giftmoon. You met some new companions, and then you eventually arrived here to Ferronaranzan after getting blowed up, and one of you had to be revived. Uh, you all spent some time in the let's see here. Where is it? The what seems to be one of the larger churches near here, the sort of clinic attached to it, the Skiki Koflash. Uh, you set up your shop, Mira, as you all sort of rested up after getting blowed up Some of you went out and purchased furnitures, and others of you found what appeared to be a building in the middle of uh, being essentially burned down uh, by choice by uh, people calling themselves House Moicht within an area known as the Char of House Moicht, mentioning something about burning away the rot. Uh, you rested for the evening, uh, Avery, and you smelled the odd smell of blood as you were drifting off. It sort of stirred you awake for but a moment, but you ignored it and rested your weary head, thus removing your -4 and turning it into a -3. And that is where we will begin for the day. As some of you come up from your meditation, others of you wake. You you see Beerus kind of begin to roll off the couch and wake up and barely catch himself like halfway and sort of fumble to try and finish getting himself up from the couch. Um,
Beerus drinks a lot, right?
yeah,
So he's just covered in booze bottles while he sleeps on the couch.
not quite, but yes, he is definitely already taken the time to partake in some of the local liquor.
I have a question.
Yes.
So a little unrelated. How have we gotten more use out of Beerus than his original player by now?
Um, so he stuck around for about half of an Out of the Abyss campaign, so
That's fair. We've had him for a long time, even since
hey.
we've had him for a long time, even since before the Great Schism.
Yeah.
All right. Last time, I think Simon had a lot of questions for the people about this rot and why they feel the need to burn it down if it's like becoming an epidemic. I think was it Simon and Avery, right? Cassie had a plan to like split up and start like interrogating people in the city. Cassie.
Splitting up. Yeah.
Currently, you're both in that room waking up, right?
Yeah.
Wake up, sleepyheads. I'm making breakfast.
I was already awake. I'm trying not to go into Simon mixed with Cole. I slipped into the pirate voice last night for Agden. I have to go
You're
back
making
down.
breakfast.
I have to go back down into the British twink.
Yeah, I'm making breakfast for everybody, Meeper.
Okie dokie.
And by
You know,
breakfast, I mean
recall-
I'm cooking whatever food them as a group have collectively. So if they don't have any food, then I guess I'm not making anything because I sure as shit don't got no food stored.
I recall a time in my younger years where I stayed at an inn and I had French onion soup from a cow.
Doesn't
Oh.
Witchlight take place after Pelly King?
No.
No, it takes place before.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, that's canon. I made that canon.
Someday during the Pelly games, we're gonna come across a giant Scritch, but he's Fomorianized, so he's all fucked up and like the curse of the Fomorians is finally applied to him, so he's all corrupted and grotesque, and he's just a foul monster with bunny ears.
He already is a foul monster with bunny ears.
But yes, Taylor actually does bring up a good point. You all did not stay in an inn or anything, so you will burn through another ration.
Actually, I
Uh,
think Simon's gonna take the consequences of not eating because he just had his entire body immolated, and the idea of eating cooked anything is a little disturbing to him right now. But he is
Well,
gonna
I
go
can
out.
just give you good bear.
I suppose a good berry's fine, but Simon's gonna go out and find a proper like tavern here in Ferronaranzan to like get a bite to eat and maybe some drink, and he's gonna
If
be that guy in the corner of the bar, asking people questions and like being subtly interrogating people while blending in.
all right.
if Witchlight
Well,
is
until you
canon,
eat, you will be taking on a point of exhaustion.
if Witchlight is canon, does that mean that Cressida is wearing a fox fur jacket?
No, Cressida's wearing the same dress that she always has.
No, but remember because you got one back in Witchlight, so do you still have it?
Oh no, I made inventory of it. I got a whole ass fucking suit and an executioner's hood. Thank you.
Yeah, but the question is, do you still have that stuff from when you were in
Of
Prismere?
course she doesn't.
Yeah, it's up my ass.
Yeah.
Hmm. She has a
I
colon.
was supposed to
Cre-
somewhere.
She has a
Cressida,
colon
My
of. You have a
infinite
colon of
pack
holding.
of everything.
Cressida goes to Avery and's like, I used to have a friend that reminded me a lot about you. Her name was
Yeah.
Lavana. She sounded just like you. I don't know what it is.
She was a little nicer though.
Lavana's meaner than Avery.
Yeah, Lavana was
She
definitely
is, but
better
she
than
also
Avery.
has
I-
a touch towards children.
I love Lavana. Lavana ate my pocket bacon. And anybody who's not in the Witchlight campaign now is wondering, what the fuck, pocket bacon?
The one person.
Yeah.
Hi, Morgan.
All right.
I think
So, yes.
Njorgen might be muted.
Yeah, I was.
Would
Yeah,
you?
anybody who wants food, I'll make.
Yeah, okay,
That's too
fine.
much.
I don't
Sure.
want the exhaustion.
I do my shot.
Oh yeah, we should do that after we.
I will graciously accept my own food being cooked for me.
When you all come down, you find that pancakes and bacon and eggs have been made for everybody.
Meeper, is this part of the map? What is that?
What are you clicking on?
Tommy is pointing out the fan of cards within the bear pelt's hand.
That's what it is. It doesn't look like cards.
I told her to put your card deck on your table, but she was like, "No, I'm putting them here." And then over here in the corner is Avery's pet rat or hamster or whatever it is.
Gold shard, a mouse.
Yes, there's a cage for Avery's mouse and a few
And then
almanacs and bestiaries and whatnot.
some of your collected bones are over here on the mantle. Cressida.
Bone.
And then Kratos has got a training dummy and some weapons over here.
This is looking like a proper little Baldur's Gate 3 campsite. Except it's all indoors.
No, hey, Riven.
I thought I'd join the party.
Yeah, you've been living with me for X amount of years, and I finally decided to get the people I just met beds. I hope you enjoy your cat bed.
Love it. Love the cold hard floor.
Good, I got you another one. It's over here, so you can sleep with them if you want.
Oh, great. Come stomp on somebody else's head.
It's in front of the fireplace. I gotta run back downstairs. I got food on.
Well, I'm going to go into town and see if there's an inn or tavern so that I can question the people of Fernaranzan and maybe get some supplies while we're out. We made quite a bit of money off of that deal, as wrong as it went, with... God, what was their name?
Viscount?
Yeah.
The Three Creen.
Yeah, the Thrycreen and Viscount.
Well, Mira loves shopping, so she'd probably love to join you. She'd also like to maybe get some information about the drow stuff too, because she's kind of interested to see if there might be some way of figuring out her lineage
If
while we're
only-
here.
If only we had somebody with a high charisma stat. Unfortunately, she has been zapped into an alternate dimension.
What's Riven's charisma stat?
That's a good question. Not as high as Yen's. 10.
Rangers are
It's flat.
wisdom. And
I
Yep.
speak of course of Kratos.
yes.
Gold shard. What's Beers' charisma stat?
Probably like an 8.
Hi.
It is.
Anybody?
Yeah, it's an 8.
Oh,
His
I
stats are
guess.
all fucked. He's like weirdly min-maxed. I don't know why I made him like this.
All the NPC characters that are optional followers for y'all to have in the Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign, they're all min-maxed as far as their stats go.
Meeper, did you attach Ada to Simon?
No. You
I-
just have them both selected.
I can't unselect them though. Oh, okay. I had to make a square to unselect them.
Yeah, sometimes Foundry do be what it do
You know,
be.
I like it
do
though.
what it do.
I'll have them attached for now. I'll have Simon and Ada traveling together for now.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go too, and I'll give them like as you come down the stairs to like leave. Simon, Mira's gonna be like, I'm gonna go with you, but here, take this. And she's gonna hand you like a pancake taco, and it's got eggs and bacon in it.
A pancake taco.
Taco. So imagine a pancake, and you fold it in half, and it's got eggs and bacon in it.
Heinous, but okay. Simon,
How's that heinous? That's delicious. What do you bacon, eggs, and pancake?
That sounds fucking delicious. Drizzled with some fucking maple syrup.
It's
Cheddar
literally a
cheese.
McGriddle. It's a literal McGriddle.
Yeah, I don't know why it's that's heinous. I hand you a bag of dog shit. But I go with Tommy and Avery.
Ada.
I fucked that shit up.
Oh, Avery is split. Oh wait, we're splitting up, right? That's what I was talking about before. Me and Cassie, or me and Avery, are splitting up. I'm gonna go find an inn and question people. We're splitting up to go around town and talk about this rot and what its deal is.
All right, I'm gonna go with Simon.
And getting more information about Mr. Black.
Hello.
I think
I like
if we're
you just tagging along.
Who are you?
Yes, you see a very tall looking, you assume to be drow man with what looks like a hammer and nails, as it looks like he was getting set to nail something, sort of furled up almost like in a scroll case on his belt.
You can just hand that to me. I would rather you not nail things to my friend's apartment.
I see. Well, I suppose I shall just inform you then myself.
welcome to the book nook. Would you like to buy a book?
House Moith has deemed this space ready for construction of a new building. However, the previous one needs to be burned down first. As such, you have been given 24 hours of preparation in which to remove your belongings and find a new place to live.
Yes, this is not a permanent residence, but we will be happy to move the whole building.
Mira's gonna yell into the building, "Everybody out! Everybody get out of here! We gotta close up shop."
Our apologies for the misunderstanding. Are there any nearby plots with which we can unfold our residence?
He just sort of kind of folds his arms behind his back, and he says, "Hmm. House Moicht does not offer empty rental plots. We choose to own the buildings. Any land you are looking for will have to be from somewhere else. You have 24 hours to vacate."
This is our building. I own this building. It's sort of a magical building. I can put it away. I can make it disappear again. But I'm asking, where could we put it up that it would be okay?
That is not my jurisdiction.
Okay, well, do you want to buy a book?
He just keeps his arms folded behind his back. Kind of looks at you all. And says, "Perhaps in my off time."
Right.
You see him begin to march away.
One moment.
Mira's gonna snap her fingers and make his pants fall down.
That's not something you can do.
Yeah, it is. I have telekinesis. What do you mean? That is well within the realm of me undoing his belt.
He is like in fireproof garments.
It's like a tracksuit, like it's all one piece.
It's not a one piece, but it's like belted together in multiple places.
All right, fine.
Whose jurisdiction would it be if we wanted to talk to somebody about just temporarily putting down a place for us to sleep on some sort of empty plot of land that nobody cares about, just for a few days? Not a long-term rental. Who would I talk to about that?
If you wish to continue remaining on the land of House Moicht, you must speak to Matron Mother Khaldun Moicht.
Understood. And how would I get in touch with her?
Seek her in her estate nearby.
Nearby.
Would we need a letter of referral?
He says, "The matron mother often deals with renters and whatnot. Provided she isn't too busy today, she should be willing to see you."
Now,
Well, all right then.
Can you point me in the general direction? Because we've never been to Ferronaranzan, and you're being, respectfully, my friend, quite vague.
He just sort of gestures out in the distance, and you can kind of see it lit up by the lights of the Narbondel. It, most of these buildings in town aren't more than 2 floors at max, and this is like a 3-story, 3.5-story tall building. Seems like the only thing here that maybe doesn't get burned down on the regular.
Fair enough. One more thing. Where can a man go to get a drink around here?
For your type?
Oof. Mira jumps in. Your type. What's that supposed to mean?
I'm assuming that means non-drow or men.
Chateau de Idris is a more popular place among travelers.
What was the noble house that whose talisman we're carrying?
Dim.
Where might an envoy of House Din, and I flash the amulet, the talisman. Where might somebody representing a noble house directly drink?
Yeah, he says, "Oh, I see.
Where would you suggest that I drink?
Apologies. Well, if you do not wish to bump shoulders with other travelers, I would recommend going to the. Let's see here. Where is it? I'd recommend seeking out Narbon Delin Detona. That street is many different taverns for your liking, whether you wish to wet your whistle or flame your loins.
Nothing quite so devious. I simply wish to make conversation with the locals and learn a bit more about Theron Ranson.
I'm gonna nudge Simon in the ribs and just be like, "Oh, come on, Simon! Don't you want to, tend to your loins, as they say?"
No, I very much don't.
Nothing like a brush with death to make you think about your loins, right?
Perhaps a brush with death would make you think about yours, but
Mira really likes the word loins, by the way.
I find myself to be a bit more civilized.
Hey, I'm gonna go get people out of my house before I fucking crush them with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
step outside and wait for Gang to come downstairs.
Everyone get out.
The house really does collapse, by the way, into a giant book. We weren't lying about that.
He just says, regardless, within 24 hours, this plot should once again be vacant.
Well, the
Let's see.
plot's going to be vacant in about 10 seconds once everybody is evacuated. This might actually even cut some time out of your job. Go back to the person who sent you here to inform us, and then go back and said, "Oh, well, there's no house there anymore."
I make sure Avery and Cressida are coming too. I don't want anyone left inside. Everyone gets a breakfast pancake taco on their way out.
Please help me.
What?
It's not letting me move through the door at all.
There. You should be able to
I'm
move
like
on.
attached to Avery.
Click off of both of you.
And if clicking off doesn't work, draw a little square. Like you're going to highlight a section of the ground that isn't near anybody. That's what worked for me.
Yeah, clicking doesn't unselect for me. You have to make a little square somewhere, and
You
then
have
you
to
can go
go
click on yours.
into settings, configure settings, and then scroll down a little ways until you see left click to release objects. You all probably had that selected, but it probably isn't something that's saved as we went to a new computer.
It's fine. I don't mind just making a little square.
You have gone into Mira's bedroom.
You notice a steaming hot warm bath in there, but it's not for you. So haha.
She gets in it
Someone
anyway
just
because
move
fuck the
me
police.
out, please. Holy shit! I'm gonna lose my shit. Thank you, Jesus H.
I told Meeper when we were building this place that for you specifically, Catherine, we could just have like a dollhouse in the corner, and then it could have its own interior space that's all sized for you. So you could have your
fucking
own.
Love that.
You could have your own living room and your own bedroom and your own lab or whatever, your own bathroom.
I love that. I want a little fairy dollhouse. Little fairy
And
house.
the pet mouse could live with you too.
Gold charm.
Goldshard
Yeah.
walks out of his own personal bedroom wearing like a bathrobe, brushing his teeth with a towel thrown over his shoulder.
He's drinking a lot of OJ. He's like, oh, night. Oh.
All right.
He talks like an adult man. Hey, what's up, Cressida? I know you heard you
It's even
speak with
funnier
animals.
because Cressida, yeah, you can speak with animals. All right, yeah. So, do you all head out into Farah Naranzan.
I'm gonna collapse the house.
Yeah, Samira.
I grip the two sides of the front little concrete slab patio thing, and I fold the whole thing flat, and the whole thing collapses inward into the book form, and I sling it on my back.
Okie dokie.
If we are going to stay here for any extended period of time, I recommend that one of you goes to find. So, what did you say her name was?
I think that's where you'd be going to anyway, because she's like the person in charge of the clan that like has been burning the houses anyway. You wanted to go with that.
Well, Simon is. I mean, yeah, asking directly seems like maybe a recipe for disaster.
Yes, he said that if you wish to continue being set up the territory of House Moinkth, you would speak to Matron Mother Haldum Moinkth.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to Matron Mother Moith then.
Okie dokie.
You said House Din, right, Meeper?
Dim, D-Y-M-M.
Dymm, Dim. Perhaps we should just go and find some House Dim territory and flash our little convenient little badge, and perhaps they would offer us lodgings in that regard.
If you want to go there and do all that, I'm down to go too. But like, I thought you wanted to investigate this region's burning down houses thing.
Yes, but don't you want to have a place to set your house up?
Yeah, but I have a feeling this place is big enough to where it's like a multi-day journey to go to the other region controlled by the other family or whatever.
I suppose.
Like, am I right on that, Meeper? Is the city that big?
It's pretty big. But like, to give you an idea, when you wandered into House Moinkth's territory while you were setting up your house, like I made you, if you remember, I made you roll a perception check when you first came in here,
Okay.
and that was to figure out you were setting up on a pile of black soot and ash.
Roll to see if you're colorblind or if you can see black or not. Yeah, I go with Tommy's idea. Let's go find House Dim territory.
Okie dokie. So,
And while we
you
travel, I'll ask Simon. So what's up with the medallion from House Dim? Like, what's going on with that?
yes, so you two are going to go out and learn more about the city.
1 second, guys.
What is everyone else going to get up to?
Well, I was gonna go with Simon, but I guess not anymore.
You can.
I kept saying, aren't we gonna split up? Aren't we gonna split up and look for clues, gang?
Yeah, the whole
I was
point
trying to.
was that you and I split up.
Oh, okay. So you want to come with Simon to go investigate the town?
Yes.
Okay, that
Okay,
was
how
what
about-
was confusing.
Are you gonna do what Fred and Daphne did when they always went together?
You mean investigate and look
Funny
for
stuff.
clues?
You mean hook up Fred with boyfriends because Fred's gay?
Yes, sir.
I'll go with whoever wants me to go with them. If Cass, if you don't want me to go with Simon, then I won't. I'll go somewhere else.
You're not allowed to go with my friend. We don't know you yet.
That is the vibe I'm getting.
It is kind of,
I
you are very new.
All right,
honestly just want
Mirren will go with whoever wants to go with her, and she's just gonna go talk to the matron person then that Meeper mentioned. All right, that's where I'm gonna go.
Okie dokie. I'm going to assume Ribbon will follow you for that. Kratos will. You know what? Kratos is tagging along with Beerus today.
You don't want me to play Kratos?
Kratos and Beerus sitting in a
Come
couch.
on, I can play.
Brinking.
All you have to do is never.
Bodies are strong, but their bond is stronger.
It's really easy to play Kratos. All you have to do is never say words unless you're prompted to say words, and then kill everything super easy because you're a barbarian.
I'm
Cressida
so
can
good. I can do that.
Cressida can relax on the edge of my wizard's hat if she wants.
I suppose it.
So we will break it up into the Avery group and the Mira group.
You okay, Cass?
Yeah, just I don't know.
Okay.
We're getting a little noise from your fan, Taylor.
Oh, let me deal with it. Thank you.
Just a little bit.
There you go.
Suffer in heat.
Yes, the heat of Washington.
It's
You say that.
very hot
It
here
gets
right now.
warm, dude. It gets warm.
Oh,
we're a
no.
coastal state. We're not a central
Yeah.
northern state. We're a coastal state, so it gets hot as hell here.
We have our AC turned off because the wind is picking up, and we didn't want it to fuck up the AC pipe. And it's currently a solid 75 in here, so I'm dying.
Nice.
Yeah, it gets hot.
Disgusting.
You just start turning things on in the foundry so that your computers get hotter.
Then just open the freezer.
No, I can't eat more popsicles.
So
Alright.
Cass, Avery's just like sort of feeling like Mira's just a new person, right? It's not about me outside the game, is it?
No.
Okay.
Cassie had a problem with you. You would find out very quickly. I mean that with all the love in the world, but you would know.
You'd be
Okay.
dead. You'd be dead.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
Kathy is a international assassin.
She's an
Sure.
eldritch god. She can just kind of like poof into your house and take your eyeballs. It's happened to me a few times.
Yeah.
But also,
It's
I've
my
murdered.
own.
Fortunately for Cassie, Morgan has the ability to regrow their eyeballs. So it's kind
No,
of
even better. You just offer up niceties, and eventually you say nice things like you remind me of a praying mantis eating her mate, and she's like, "Oh, bestie," and then it all goes back together.
and then you
Holy
just hear,
shit, you're right.
Cassie, you remind me of a praying mantis eating her mate.
Go fuck yourself.
Jesus. I mean, you do have a couple to choose from.
True.
Pick one. That's what happened.
I want 2 boyfriends.
The bite of 87, but it's just Cassie eating her mate.
And I want to eat both the boyfriends.
I want the boyfriends to be edible.
All right. Let's see here. Let us start with a group that feels less likely to start a fight. So let's go with Avery and Simon.
Just because I'm in this group doesn't mean I'm going to start a fight.
I mean,
Yeah, no, you're gonna
we'll
start a
be
fight, you
discussing
dummy.
this.
All right.
If it were just based on character personality, then Avery would be at the bottom of that list. So yeah. Do you, Simon, want to go to the area which was recommended?
yeah, first things first, I think Simon is gonna go see the matron of House Moich.
That's where
I'll go wherever the fuck people want me to go at this point. I'm done putting out new ways for me to go and be considerate. Just fucking tell me where to go at this point.
Just go where you
I've
want to
cha-
go.
that's
I've-
where
I
Mira
have.
said she
I've
was going
changed.
to go.
I said I was going to go with you. I was told I couldn't go with you. Okay. You said you weren't going to House Moist, so I said, okay, I'll go to House Moist. That you're not going there. Now you're
Well,
going to House
If
Moist.
you
Like,
want,
oh
then
my
come.
god.
We want to know. Here's the thing. We wanted to know what the deal is with this rot, so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. convince her to lend us a plot of land for the time that we're here, and maybe get a little info about the rot.
Okay.
And if we can't, get that done, we can still go around town and see what the deal is with the rot from the other people, the denizens here.
Okay.
That was
Alright, so
the plan.
you all are fine with sticking together for now, then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Good.
No,
I'm good.
we'll be doing this another day.
You ready? So,
We-
yes.
We
But,
drop off Kratos and Beerus at the local tavern daycare.
Yeah. They go to Jerry Daycare. Uh
Okay, dear, that was always allowed.
We go.
uh and yes, you go to the rather large looking building. It's kind of in the southeast corner of town. Is there anything in particular you're doing on the way there, or are you just going for it?
I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out there. Do we notice anything of massive significance on the way? Like, do we see slaves in chains, or people in cages being used as examples, or town whippings? Like, do we see something crazy on the way that we should know about?
Uh, yeah, not really. No,
Okay.
uh, nothing to that extent. You just sort of see, as opposed to, say, Mira, when you were walking around the sort of more uh, pompous area, uh, Narbadellen, Daytona, or Broad Street of Dirt. Uh, you were uh, there was a lot more drow, and around here it's seemingly a lot more mixed with Darrow, Dwegar, Snurfablin, and drow. And
What are
some kind
Dwero?
uh, Darrow?
Are those
Darrow?
deep gnomes?
No,
Oh,
that's Fifnerblin. Um, Darrow are like the horrible little fucked up cousins of dwarves.
okay.
felt.
I love that description. Horrible little fucked up cousins.
Yeah, I checked the 5e book. That's the description on that race.
It might as well be.
Are they dark skinned though, like Draugr,
Uh,
Dowagar, or whatever?
yes.
No. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm. The guy gave me directions, and I'm just gonna take them.
Okie dokie.
Mm.
So yes, you see, flags, uh, sort of like, um, you see like banners of the same house symbol which you saw on that guy's sort of slick-looking leathery cape. The banners seem to be made of a similar or same material. Uh, you see a set of double doors, and there are clearly like guards on the grounds. However, the doors are open.
Yeah. Simon's taking that as an open invitation.
All right. So yeah, you go in, you see the guards. They are dressed similar to the person you saw, but they don't have the cape and they are not wearing the mask, and they seem a little less bulky overall. And they just kind of watch you enter, but they don't say anything. Uh, as you go into the building, uh, this building is actually a bit nicer, as it were. It seems to be a little bit more suited to foreign tastes, as it were. It's bright light instead of dim. Uh, there's furniture around. It's not amazing. And you basically kind of walk in, and it almost seems like a waiting room, uh, almost like at a DMV or something. And you see a couple of people just kind of sitting around as you see a male drow just kind of messing with some papyrus parchment behind a L-shaped desk.
Is there a siren that says, now serving number 357?
No,
Damn
you're
it.
also way too good at that.
Thank you. I've been to the DMV a lot.
I'm sure.
Sorry, I had to bend down in my chair without. Have you ever had to pick something up, but you didn't want to get up out of your chair?
Yeah.
It's almost more effort than it's worth. You might as well just stand up.
Yes. And then like your stomach feels weird for a second because you like crunch it.
Did everybody eat breakfast on the way out here, by the way? Did y'all eat your pancake tacos?
Simon did.
The pancake mix you were definitely able to take from your adventuring friends.
If we didn't have that, I'm sorry if I overstepped. I just always thought rations were just sort of like you role play whatever you want to use them for.
Except our rations are very specifically broiled calamari and
No, it's crab. It was crab, you fool.
and the octopus that we chopped up and rationed out.
That's
Yeah.
true. But she also said it was like hardtack and seaweed, dry seaweed. I think that's something we grabbed a while ago.
Yeah, that you probably eat through most of that. Currently, your ration scenario because you bought from people back at Vile Deep, as well as you were gifted some rations from the gift. Looks mostly like roth jerky, dried salted mushrooms, uh, and then like kind of hardtack and some blue bread.
That sounds like bacon and eggs to me.
Well, I'm going to go to the reception desk. Pardon me. We would very much like to speak with the matron.
Yeah, you see him kind of wordlessly file through some papers, and he slides you like a decently thick kind of stack of forms that's like notice of rentership, essentially.
Mira's gonna roll her eyes and step forward and grab the stack of papers and just hold them up, and kind of like they just go away into flames. And she's just gonna be like, "I don't think so. I want to speak. We want to speak to the matriarch now. Are you going to make me wait?"
He kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Miss, the matriarch sees people when she wishes to see them."
Come now. Perhaps this would speed things up. And I once again produce the talisman.
All right. Yeah. You produce it, and he looks at it. Uh, his general expression doesn't change much. He very much seems just it done. He was done with your ship before you walked in the building. Uh, and you see him just kind of uh, lean in, uh, and he sort of talks into this stone that's embedded into the table. And he's like, Matron Mother Moix, a group representing House Dim wishes to speak to you. You hear sort of muffled, a bit shouty speech come back through, uh, and his eyes just kind of glaze over, uh, and he's like, "She'll see you when she's done with the current person. You'll be moved to the front of the line." And you hear some people kind of groan behind you, uh, as he just kind of folds his hands and says, "Take your seat, please."
I do that.
Same.
While this is
I'm
happening,
gonna
we're all
flash.
together. We're
Sorry.
all together, right?
Yes.
I would like to, once we get to a point, do something different.
Okay. What point is that?
Whenever. Because A, we do need some food, so I need to go out hunting. But B, I think it would be good to go talk to like some townspeople. So once we start getting settled, I want to go like open air talk to people.
You know that Mira loves bacon, by the way, so please get her some wild boar.
Looks at cave wall.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right. Uh, yeah. Okay. Well, I think the party was thinking of doing something similar once you were done speaking to the matron mother. But if
Okay,
plans change, then you can do that on your own time once that's over, if that's all right
sounds
with
good.
you.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
I
So
really,
yeah.
I really thought the guy would just let Mira through with everyone since she's a female drow. I thought he'd just be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and just immediately give in.
Uh, yeah, you are not the first female drow to try that here. All right. So yeah, you all wait about 10 or 15 minutes. Uh you see somebody sort of come out. They kind of turn the corner out of a nearby hallway, and they start to leave. Uh and you see the secretary uh sort of catch all of your attention and be like, "The matron mother will see you now."
Oh goodness, that was quick.
Um,
I get up and I follow.
Alrighty. Yeah, so you're taken down the hallway a bit. Uh, the sort of door at the end on the right uh, leads into what you assume is the matron mother's office. Uh, or actually, you go up a flight of stairs first, and then you end up in the matron mother's office. Uh, you look out, you see that it has a window which sort of overlooks part of the city, and light from the Narbondel uh, sort of comes in through the large window slash balcony. Uh, as you walk in, you see a very elderly drow woman. She has, you know, jagged facial features. You can see her skin sort of attached to the bone and where it sags off, with kind of thin twig-like arms
Do
and
you have an
long.
image for this woman?
No,
Okay.
but the closest way I could describe it is she kind of looks like Yzma.
Damn, she has to be like 2,000 years old. Damn. Because drow age at the same rate as regular elves, right?
Yeah, so you assume she's probably like 600, 650.
Hello, my name is Simon Wolfgang Krieger. My party and I come not necessarily representing House Dim, but as representatives of House Dim. We just arrived in town for the first time, and we had some questions about the burnings of the buildings. I'm curious about this rot that they're speaking of.
Okay. Yeah. So you say all that. Uh you see her remain silent for a moment. Uh and she says, I am Matron Mother Khaldun Moixth. I hear that you are representatives of House Dim. You may now state your business.
Yes. I'm sorry, did you not hear what I just said?
I denote when when it is worth for me to listen to you.
Yes, of course. My apologies. Simon's trying very hard not to go into arson mode.
Mira's gonna take a shot here and step forward. We are adventurers. We're new in town. We sort of work for, well, I mean, they sort of work for House Din, and we just had some questions, simple questions. I'm also personally interested in borrowing some land to put my I have a little like magic house that I can sort of put up, and I want to know where would be a good spot for me to do that, like a nice vacant lot, just for a few days.
I see. Well, I'll talk business after you ask your questions.
Well, my
Yes.
friend Simon here is going to be asking the questions. Are you all right with that?
It is fine. I have given you permission to speak.
Yes,
All right.
thank you, mistress. What is this rot that the guards in Moixth territory seem to be so up in arms about? We witnessed a building being burned down last night.
Yes. The rot is something that affects all creatures. It affects even myself. It is the rot of time. We allow things to stand too long. Do not allow innovation. We at House Moixth saw to it that the drow moved to Newtown Ferrodaranzin, as it is known now. We were not appreciated then, and we are not appreciated now. And yet still we are trailblazers for innovation and whatnot. We see it.
See. So the rot isn't necessarily some spreading curse or epidemic. It's rather an expedition of the flow of time. You see something growing old and useless, and you simply rid yourself of it.
Yes.
I have
All
heard.
the drow stick to their ways. They became weak for it, reliant on a horrible god.
You speak
Yes.
of Loth.
Speak not her name, child.
Fear in the name only inspires fear in the thing itself.
You forget she is also an obscenely powerful demon lord, not just a god.
Yes, but our kin, once upon a time, did not see it that way. And we choose to make sure we never see it that way again.
It'd be funny if Mira just casually said, I worship spiders.
What would you happen to know about a cult of drow? We get the impression that the ones over in Wimsburg were in fact worshippers of Lolth, right? Because they turned themselves into one of them turned themselves into a fucking Drider crab.
You never got a confirmation. That is your current assumption.
Okay. Do you know of what we presume to be a contingent of Lothsworn over in the vicinity of Wimsburg, down beneath the ocean? We found
Uh,
them desecrating a site that was meant to be consecrated, attempting a vile summoning of sorts.
you see her rest her bony chin in the knuckles of both of her hands, and she's like, "See, now this is the first I'm hearing of this. But things have been hush hush among myself and the other matron mothers. But yes, the Lothsworn have been secretly prowling, as it were, for the past 30 years or so. We have done all we can to remove of them, and I would be lying if I said that certain means of removing the rot are not expedited in what we believe to be their direction. However, it moving beyond the confines of Fernaranzen is both something I've not heard of, yet not unsurprising.
You would be happy to know, then, that we very quickly dispatched of them. One of them turned into what I can only describe as, well, a crab-shaped drider.
I see. Well then.
Now, I do have one final question. This is our first time in Fernaranzen. Would you be able to point us in the direction of House Dim territory, so that we might speak to the matron mother there?
Yes, I believe, as you are under their employ, it would be best for you to speak to them about this. I unfortunately do not quite have the leverage in order to do more than keep control over my own territory. However, to do so, you will have to take the River of Los Zelos north to Old Town Fernaranzen, where they hold most of the land there.
Is that the yucky yellow river there on the map, Meeper?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Well,
This up here is Newtown Fair or Old Town Fernaranzen.
gotcha.
I have a quick question about the rot. So are you saying that if there's, I'm talking to her, if there's a house, right, or a building that has this quote unquote rot, like, could you give an example of the rot? Like, are you saying like the style is just it's just an older style house? Are you saying that the furniture's old, or what if you don't burn it down? Like, is something bad gonna happen because of this quote unquote rot?
The buildings in Newtown Fernaranzen are not made the same way they are in Old Town now Fernaranzen. They use zirkwood and other materials which soak up moisture like a sponge over time. Even laminates which we ourselves have created are not quite strong enough for the river Zelos.
So
However,
it's like an actual rot.
yes, mold, mildew, time. It also, the drow are woefully willing to remain in a place of comfort. We quite literally light a fire under those who wish to move about, and what's more is that doing such allows us to keep homes cheaper. They do not need to be built to last, since we know when they will be destroyed and removed. As such, many citizens who otherwise could not even hold a roof over their heads have gained access to such a luxury.
Can I roll insight on that part? Like her saying that this isn't in any way good for the people. I personally think that's bullshit. So can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Okay.
She seems sincere.
Okay. I guess I don't need to talk to her about renting land or whatever. I think we're gonna just go up the river.
Where might we procure a vessel with which to traverse the river north?
A port near the Clotted Gate has ferries which go north. Normally, not many can procure such a thing, but you flash that fancy badge you have, and you will most likely get on a ferry within the before the end of the day.
Yes, due to some horrible mistakes in the past, I have learned to flash this badge at every opportunity down here. I broke the fourth wall a little bit, that's all.
Let's see. Power gets you far, Inferno Anzen.
Yes. Have you... Avery, I hope this isn't overstepping. What did you say the man you're looking for, well, avoiding, looks like? Cassie? Cassie?
She getting her shot.
Oh. I was gonna ask if she's seen... Assuming Avery's willing to describe them, what Mr. Black looks like.
Yeah. I just messaged her.
I hope she's okay.
She's just updating her drivers.
Oh.
No, updating her to use. She's.
Oh, I see.
I was making a metaphor.
So she getting a shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
I don't
guessing.
know for sure. That's what I'm guessing.
Dino Gang time. Dino Gang time.
Dino Gang?
Yeah, she had last time she had a dino bandage, and then this time for my shot I had a dino bandage, and so we've just been sending pictures of our bandages and saying Dino Gang.
That's
I
like
see.
super wholesome, actually. I'm on pills though, so I can't send pictures of band-aids.
It's not all that pleasant. I became a blood fountain yesterday because we accidentally hit a vein, and Brandon may have injected straight into a vein. We don't know,
Nice. Speaking
but it
of
was kind of
veins,
fun.
as a drow, Mira, you know that the river's name is River Blood Vein.
Hey, it's my leg.
You're using the leg, not the arm.
I guess
Why
we're
would I
gonna
do
head.
that?
I guess we're gonna head for the port, right?
Yeah, I just want to see if Cassie did want to procure any information like that. Let me message Catherine.
Well, if she's doing her shot, Catherine
she's
is doing the shot.
True. Catherine's messaging me.
How long is it supposed to normally take?
About 6 hours. It's like
Yeah.
chemo or
Yep.
dialysis.
On an average of, I mean, for
What the
me,
fuck, me for?
for me,
It's
between setup
it's
and
like
actual
chemo.
administration,
There's a
it's
lot
like
of people.
5 or 6 minutes, but to each their own.
There's a lot of like women in their 50s on the hard right side of politics that are very offended right now, me for.
I only asked because I used to help Neeks with his testosterone,
Hmm.
and it usually only took a few minutes. I don't know.
It depends on the style and it depends on like the person. It used to take me a lot longer, so now we get it done super quick, so I can avoid it. But
I once got a shot from like a doctor's office. You know, you get your like booster shots and you get like vaccines and stuff. I
immunizations,
want yeah, I once had a shot. This has only ever happened one time. I once had a shot where the nurse goes and she takes the needle and she's holding it and she does this. She takes it and touches the needle on my skin and then she pulls it away and she taps in rapid succession 1, 2, 3, and then with like a flick of the wrist, stabs it in.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you're supposed to have it done.
No, it is
It's supposed
not.
to-
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I've never. That's the only shot in my entire life that's been like that ever.
if
I've
they
had
do it
multiple
slow,
shots.
they're doing it incorrect.
Yeah.
I've been taught by
Why?
nurses how to do
What's
this.
what's the end all be all difference?
It's dependent on how many of the muscle and skin fibers you are tearing.
Yeah, but if they do it slowly, it doesn't hurt anywhere as near as much.
Yes, it does. It hurts twice as much because you can actually feel it.
We are not describing the same thing then, because I am describing literally like getting 5 shots one day, and one of those shots was done by one nurse, and the other shots were done by a different nurse. The 4 other ones felt like nothing, barely even felt them. She just put the needle to the skin, pushed it in, did the shot, done. Right. This lady, the way that she did it, my whole arm went numb. Like it hurt so bad. My bone felt like it was in pain. The bone
Then
did.
she probably hit the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to happen.
Really?
But it's not because of the technique. It's
No.
She rammed that thing and she went bam, like really hard.
It's also she might have used a needle that was too long. They gave me when I started, they wanted me on intramuscular and I couldn't do it. But they gave me 1.5-inch intramuscular needles and told Brandon, yeah, you put the full needle in. You don't put the full fucking needle in when you don't have 1.5 inches of flesh before you hit muscle.
Quick question. So we're at a point now with medications and stuff and medical advancements. We now know that steroids are more or less safe so long as you're okay with the, tiny penis thing.
No.
Well, there is such a thing as legal steroids, so I know there has to be some form that's safe.
Not cycling steroids, no. It causes heart issues. It does take years off of your life.
Yeah, isn't Spiro a steroid, and that's why you have potential like blood and heart issues by taking it?
It's a blood pressure medication, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Well, my question was going to be, do a lot of trans men take steroids to try and get more muscle growth?
Well, that's what testosterone is. It's a type of TRT. So I don't really have to. I just get muscle growth, period.
Yeah, testosterone is the reason why men are naturally more muscular.
To put it in regular terms, I've been going to the gym for a long time. Before I started testosterone, I could bench like 60 pounds on a good day. I took a while off of the gym and when we moved, started getting back into it. I'm already upwards of like 100 pounds. I haven't touched the gym in months. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick.
I wonder what's wrong. They both left the Discord call. And Cassie.
Yes, Catherine messaged me, but we were having a conversation. Cassie is having some sort of anxiety attack or something, and she will probably not be on for the rest of the night.
Do you want to call the session here then?
That is what I was going to ask you all, because now it is just 3 people. I know Cassie was also kind of excited for this.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
don't-
for the best, especially because it does go into her backstory.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
don't want to do this without her.
So, fortunately, Taylor left before I can say that. So I'll just stick around until she comes back.